just levitate.
Okay guys, so what has changed from last time we saw the Link prototype figure from Gunpla to this one? Well, I can tell you right now, as you guys can see here, obviously the Master Sword looks a lot sharper than it did before. Obviously this is another angle, but it does. Obviously the paint, but one of the biggest things has been, of course, the face. We see how Link here is frowning, you know, he looks very determined, while here he looks pretty, you know, pretty happy, but that's just an interchangeable face, so don't worry about it. The other thing is that they added the hood, as you guys can see here, and by the way, this hood, the bottom of it, the little cape part is fabric and the other part is plastic. Now, do mind you that I'm pretty sure you can remove the head and just remove the actual hood, so you're gonna be able to get him looking like this. Now, when it comes to the shield, you can see that the Triforce, obviously, the shield has been corrected because this was the wrong shield and this is the correct shield, which is the Skyward Sword one. Now, owning the Skyward Sword Link, I can tell you right now that this shield already is a lot better. Not only the Triforce is more defined and some of the other areas, but you can see here in the Loft Wing, it looks like it's raised. The Loft Wing symbol is raised, which is pretty nice, and that's the way it should be. Now, when we get here to the arm, here is where the big difference is. Of course, as you guys can see, he doesn't have the ripped shirt anymore. The Raru's arm is covered by the how you say this, the arm guard, and obviously you can see that in this one he doesn't have the rings. He has the rings on this one, so that is good. Of course, the quiver as well. Now, obviously, what another thing that I want to show you guys is this. Boom, the in-game model. So this one is looking a lot closer to the in-game model, which is always good. You know, the other one looked more like he did in the artwork. And remember, this figure doesn't have cell shading. Remember that this is cell shading, so some colors might look a little bit different because of the lighting and the shading that they did. Now you can see that he does have the arm guards, which are there. He has the batteries, which are the green versions, and these are the blue versions because that's the one you get when you 100% get everything from them. But you can see that it's closer to the in-game model, which is great. And I gotta say, you know, in terms of the face, obviously this face looks a lot more heroic than the one in the game, which I like. So that's pretty much the changes, the big changes that has been going on. But again, the tunic looks great, the belt looks nice, the buckles look nice as well. Sadly, the shield is covering the chest area, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same here. The little leather there for the shoulder pad looks the same. So he still has the turtleneck basically. So they did a good job going from the game, you know, from the artwork to the game to the actual figure, and I'm really digging it. I honestly, he looks so heroic. You know, he just looks awesome. So you can see that the Master Sword Chief is the same. He has the arrows here, doesn't have them here obviously, but it looks very well done, and I have no problem with it. I think the changes are actually really good and very welcoming. I'm really glad that he has the batteries and they're translucent plastic, even if they're not the blue ones. You know, I could see maybe, you know, we're getting Zelda, we're getting Gandorf. I could see Zelda coming with the blue ones so you can interchange them. if they allow you to interchange them. I like how the chainmail looks great. So there's a lot of really good work done here. You know, this is pretty much what if you were wondering what this link would look like in 4K with everything, you know, everything to the max, it would be like this. It would be like this, you know. But again, the faces is where some people are gonna like. Honestly, I think most people are gonna like this face because, you know, here he looks a little bit derpy, but here he looks so much serious. You know, he actually looks more in this figure. He looks a lot more like Ocarina of Time Link. For some reason, he has that look to him. It's a little bit more Ocarina-ish, you know. But man, even the hair, like the way they parted the hair, looks good as well. You know, you're seeing something digital and something solid. There's gonna be differences, but I like the way they did the hair here. I like it a lot more than they did in the game. You know, they made it a little bit longer. The sideburns a little bit longer with that flow to them. It's great. Now, will these get in the way in the articulation? Probably, but hopefully they added some articulation so you can move them up and down, and you won't have that problem. And same goes for the tunic and the legs. I'm pretty sure the tunic is gonna be made of a really soft plastic, so they won't get in the way too much of the leg articulation. And by the way, the boots, always remember this. This is a picture taken at the event. We don't know the camera the person used. Most of these, I'm pretty sure, were on an iPhone, so the iPhone's colors are not always 100% good, you know. It's not like me using my camera. If you guys have seen my reviews and you have seen the colors, they're really spot on, because I took the time to work on that, color correct them and all that stuff. But you know, he looks good. He looks, honestly, he looks really good. And I wish there were more pictures of him, probably just to see from the side of the shield, you know, see more of the tunic, which I'm pretty sure it's gonna be, you can already see that there's the straps here, the straps here, you know, going over. You got the champion's leather, of course. It looks great. It looks great. In my opinion, he looks great. He looks like he's gonna be one hell of a figure. And like I have said before, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with a Sora armor one, a Goron armor one. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because this Link has so much going for it. And since we're getting Zelda, we're getting Ganondorf. Oh yeah, another thing is, he looks skinnier here, and more skinnier and bulkier than he does in the game. Which I think that's something that people are gonna be like, oh, but you know, in the game he looks chubby, you know, kind of chubby, and here he looks more skinny, bulkier. Man, he honestly it's like they took him and they went like, yeah, we're gonna make him look even better, you know. Which I'm great. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Link looks great. That's all I can say. And the articulation, well, ball jointed feet, you have the articulation for the toes, you have the knees here, you got the arm articulation, which he's using the new joints. He's using these joints that actually are not just a ball joint there, so he is gonna look great when you pose him. Of course, ball jointed wrist, and the hair is gonna be on a ball joint that you can move left, right, up and down, all that stuff. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be butterfly joints inside the arms as well, and the ab crunch, you can't really tell from here, but you can see that the cut is gonna be here. So you just have to wait. You just have to wait a little bit more. Now, if you ask me, Zero, what is gonna be the price and when is gonna be the release date? I think pre-orders for Link will be coming up pretty soon, if there's no DX version. If there's a DX version, then yeah, I think it's gonna take a little bit longer. I think it will be around summertime. The pricing, I expect 80 for the normal version and 120 for DX version. Now I'm going off what Lady Maria, Doom Slayer, and the Hunter, oh yeah, and the Fluted Armor cost, and those are video game figures from Figma, so I'm going by that. So it's gonna be a more expensive, but obviously what you're getting here is a 6-inch Link figure that is gonna be so good. It's gonna be just great. This is good. This is pretty much the definitive Link. Like, you can throw away your Jack specific Link, go ahead and throw that shit away. You don't need that when you have Figma, you know. And I'm telling you from experience, because I have Skyward Sword, I have Twilight Princess, I also have Zelda from Twilight Princess, which is gonna be pretty cool, displaying both Zeldas and having Ganondorf fighting off these Links. It's gonna be awesome. But it's just, it's great. I wanted to do this video because I'm pretty sure a lot of people were wondering, and I had already done it with the other prototype, so I'm doing it with this one, you know. But this is, I'm gonna say right now, this is almost final product. Like, this is it. Like, this is what we're getting. And like I said, in terms of release date, I already said pricing. Release date, if it comes out this year, it should be November, from what I'm guessing, from what I've seen other Figmas that are coming out. I think it's gonna be in November, and I think there's gonna be November or early next year, or January of next year, if it gets delayed or they just decide to release it next year. If there is a DX version, in terms of the weapons, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll probably include some stuff for the arms, you know, so you can do like the time stop, the reverse, and all that stuff. Would be very interesting. Bombs would be pretty nice if we get them. So there's just a lot of speculation that we can do, but man, Link's arsenal is so big, especially in this game. It would be cool if you get a if you get a version of the Master Sword that looks, you know, that you just have that you can put stuff on it. Like, it would be cool if you can have with the silver Lino horn, you know, and you know that the sword changes shape. That would look so awesome if they did that. Or if they just give you the Master Sword and they add the little lettering that appears when you attach stuff to it. That would be pretty awesome as well. So this Link, I'm pretty sure he's gonna come with a bow, by the way. He has to. He already has his quiver. Like, there's no way I see them not giving you a bow. And you can see that the little cape actually goes down pretty much here, which is nice. So yeah, like I said, around 80 to 120 US dollars, around November to January of next year. Pre-orders, like I said, if this is the final thing, I could see it going up pretty soon. If there's no DX version, but if they do a DX version, it'll probably be a little bit later. So I'm guessing summertime, you know, or April, around that time. And the other thing is, Zero, do you think he's gonna get Epona? Maybe, and I say maybe because we saw the older Ring figure getting the horse, so maybe that will happen down the line. Oh heck, maybe that's the DX version. The DX version is Epona, you know, which could happen. It has happened, man. I got the S.H.Figuarts on Griffin, and he came with his horse. And nobody was expecting that, so it could happen. It could definitely happen, which would be pretty sweet. But also, like, that would be cool for it to be the DX version. But also, I kind of not want it to be like that. I kind of want Epona to be separate, because the thing is that if they include Epona, they're probably not gonna include much of other things, you know, of the other weapons, as if they just make a DX version of it and Epona is by itself. then they can include a bunch of weapons, a bunch of accessories that you're probably gonna want to get, you know. You're probably gonna want to get those accessories, the arrows, and maybe some food. It would be pretty nice. And we know Zelda, I'm pretty sure Zelda is gonna come with the Broken Master Sword, which is gonna be awesome. And Ganondorf, of course, I hope they give him the club. I hope they give him the spear. I hope they give him all his weapons, because that would be pretty awesome with the fireball effect parts as well. That would be so darn sweet. So yeah, guys, I think I've rambled on way too much. That does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're excited for this figure as I am. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think? Do you think this figure knocked it out of the park? I think so. Like I said, it's not 100% accurate to this one. It's not 100% accurate to the artwork, but it's so good that honestly, I dig it. I love it. I love the way it looks. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.